it was a very judgy Tuckshop experience. Like I'd go in, I get a lot of rolled eyes when I asked for something.
Chocolate muffin for me, please.
Yeah.
Ah, this fat cunt again.
Third time this week, maybe try a fruit cup. I don't know why I wanted a milk. I just did. I don't drink milk anymore, but I remember
at this point, the Tuckshop people standing around seeing David approach the queue, coming to the back of the queue, and they go, "Oh, for fuck." He's back again. He's back again. I took an edible an hour and a half ago thinking that it wouldn't kick in until like after the stream. And I am right here with it. So,
okay.
Yeah. Oh, Colin's doing edibles as well. Yes.
Oh, shit. The boys are getting edible with it.
And the boys are back in town. The boys are back, you know?
Oh, you sound so delicious in my headphones, James. This quality's so much better for me.
That's
so
such
tasty.
a weird way. It's such a weird way to describe that, Colin. I've been a real drug person.
That's a big vibe, Colin. I also have been a real drug person lately.
Drugs are the best.
Yeah, man.
Dude,
drugs are awesome.
How much do you love drugs? 888-842-2357. Call through to the hotline. Tell us how much you love drugs.
I want to know how much you love them, which drugs you love, and also the last person that you told which drugs you love too. We like to keep a daisy chain of, you know, relationships.
Are you
just in
fucking...
case.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you don't send this podcast to 10 friends within 10 hours, your dick falls off and your balls go back up inside of you.
And they actually take all of your drugs away.
And then you die.
And then you die.
Yeah.
But in that, not necessarily in that order.
Oh,
You could get real lucky.
damn,
tap
you
out
could
early.
Exactly. You could get open with a kill. Now,
That's
Colin,
what I'm saying.
referring to yourself being someone who loves drugs, referring to yourself as a drugger, I think is probably the wrong verbiage.
That could be misleading.
Yeah. That sounds like someone who runs around doing druggings. You know?
Yeah, it makes you sound like one who does drugs to others.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this is
It's
is my
very
personal
newspaper
opinion.
headline, isn't it? Like, local drugger attacks again, you know?
Oh, it's very conservative newspaper headline. You won't believe the druggers in the suburbs near you.
Ring doorbell footage of local druggers at midnight. Yeah. Druggers in the night. Also, that's the name of our hardcore punk band that we're starting.
Druggers in the night. Yeah. I play exclusively the bass guitar, but I don't know how to play it. And so mine is all sort of pre-recorded, and then everyone else is live.
We're druggers in the night. This is Piss Smash. Oh! You know, that's how it opens.
That's my pre-recorded.
David, turn on the drum machine.
We told you to learn guitar, not buy Bandcamp. What are you doing?
What have you done?
You wasted the entirety of the band summer where we were all supposed to learn our instruments. What were you doing the whole time? And it's just me smoking it, like lighting up a joint. What?
Learn our instruments. I love the idea of a group of people being really keen to start a band, but none of them can play an instrument or sing. And the cart is coming way before the horse. Guys, let's start a band. Step 2, and now that we've made the band, let's all learn instruments together over the summer.
Or it's the idea that like you pick the instruments because you think it looks cool, not because you know how to play it.
Guys, we can't have 7 guitar players. I'm sorry. Someone's going to have to learn how to play drums.
Just all of us dressed up like Slash.
Yeah. Various versions of Slash.
Yes. Oh, yeah, but someone's like Summer Slash and someone else is like Halloween Slash, you know.
This is GNR Slash. This is post GNR Slash. This is post GNR Slash, but around the time that Axel was getting pissed at people in the crowd for wearing, you know, it's a whole big thing. Because you can't wear a Slash shirt. Don't wear a Slash shirt around him. He'll cut you.
Why not?
Oh,
Isn't he the guy? That's him, though.
Sorry? No, 2 different people. Slash the guitar man with the luscious locks and the lovely hat.
What was the person you said before that?
I was talking about the lead singer of Guns N' Roses.
Oh, wait, why does he have an issue with it?
Welcome back to Tumblr, the podcast. Today, we're going to be doing a deep dive on the history, the mystique, and the lore behind Guns N' Roses, and also Slash, and also around the time that they sort of broke up. Fucking Axl had a big old axe to grind.
Oh. In the edit, we'll make that sound like you said he'll have a big old axle to grind.
Oh, that's very good, yeah.
Yeah. We'll make sure it's a poorly crafted edit.
Yeah.
You know that,
and it will be over the top of the song Kiss from a Rose because it's Axl Rose. It's very meta,
It's
40
and
chess.
some people are going to think it's because of the band Kiss, and that's wrong. Because you know you're going to get those
exactly.
YouTube comments.
And if anyone said, "Where's Mr. Simmons? Do the tongue, do the tongue thing," and then everyone turns to you and says, "Dude, this is Guns N' Roses. What the fuck are you talking about?"
What are you talking about?
Yeah, guys, that was a test. I was testing all of you guys.
Just checking that you
just
knew.
wanted to make sure that that there's no posers in here. We have a very strict no poser limit tonight.
Very good.
We're making sure no posers get in. Just you guys, you did it. And who's the man with the hat?
Slash.
Yes! None of you are fake fans. Well done.
And also those 4 other men are Slash too. The guys up on stage that are also wearing the same hat.
Yeah.
It's a bit confusing.
We should change up the uniform, guys.
Yeah, it's confusing.
James is blitzed. I love it. Would you say that I'm sort of keeping, so I'm keeping a lid on it in a way that sort of makes it difficult to tell?
So far, hard to tell.
Thanks,
but
dude.
I mean, you're totally. Colin's right. You're fine. Chuck on some sunglasses. No one would know.
Absolutely. She's saying now I could be a police officer could come over to me and we would have just a regular interaction. He wouldn't be suspicious about anything, and we would both go on our merry way.
You'd be totally. You could probably even ask him for some snackage too. Like if you got the munchies, I reckon
dead
he'd
giveaway.
That's how non-high you seem though. You just seem like a regular guy that's after a snack. Do you know what I mean? That's how unhigh you seem right now.
Exactly. And because I'm fat, they'd buy it. They'd go, of course.
They go, well, we hate fat people and they're always hungry. So
the amount of times this week, just this week alone, that I have quoted Seth from Oh Yeah Dude in like 2007, where they're talking about they're talking about Seth was really high on the strip and he saw this older guy hanging out with like a younger kid, and he was like sus on it. He thought maybe the kid was being kidnapped. And the guy's like slaps the kid. "You like fries, don't you?" It's not his kid.
Eating like burgers and fries, and he was like laughing and slapping the kid, and I knew like straight up, I'm like, this is just not right, and I gotta do something about it. But I was so fucked up, I'm just like, junction, and then just went back into the junction. And I always think about like, that kid's gone, and that's my fault. I think about it like all the time. Seriously. He's gone, dude. They were like eating fries, and the guy was like, "You love fries, don't you?" I was like, that's not his kid.
That part, I've quoted that. It's only Thursday. I've quoted that like 12 times this week.
You're just on a tear this week, I think is what happened.
I see Collins come to my defense. Thank you. Yeah, and I can't believe David tried to fat shame me there. It's crazy. It's
I feel like
up.
that's the opposite of what happened. I was telling this to someone this week that we talked this a couple episodes ago, I think, or it might have been last episode. I don't fucking know. You do the homework. I'm not looking it up. When we last time talked about how much people hate fat people, I was reminded of there was like a because I was a fat kid, obviously that's part of my like lore. I was reminded by an invitation
pudgy
to
at
like
best.
my high school.
I really want to draw a line under that. He was pudgy at best. Okay, he was skinny fat. He was skinny little kid fat. When every kid is pencil thin, but you've got a little bit of podge on you. and everyone goes, "It's the fat one," you know, and they
Yes.
see you. You stand out because everyone is the size of a pencil. But
yes, I was fat in a school of athletes. And then I left Catholic school, and then I was a normal looking person because everyone else was just normal body shapes and sizes and different types and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there was a lot more diversity instead of just everyone being like a GPS athlete who's gone through puberty 4 years before me and is shredded.
Right.
And looks like a 21-year-old man. You know?
Someone test this kid for juicing. Seriously. He looks 42.
And also check his birth certificate. There's no way he's in the under 16s. But I was explaining the story of the Tuckshop experience of both schools. So like when I went to the school with all the skinny people and I was the fat kid or whatever, it was a very judgy Tuckshop experience. Like I'd go in, I get a lot of rolled eyes when I asked for something.
Chocolate muffin for me, please. This fat cunt again.
Third time this week, maybe try a fruit cup.
Third time this week, you chubby little cunt. I'll get you the fucking muffin. If I see you back here again, we're going to have an issue.
I remember vividly. I don't know why I wanted a milk. I just did. I don't drink milk anymore, but I remember
at this point, the Tuckshop people standing around seeing David approach the queue, coming to the back of the queue, and they go, "Oh, for fuck." He's back again. He's back again.
I remember really vividly. I grabbed a milk and I was like, "Oh, can I get this milk?" And anyway, I think it was a chocolate milk, and she's like, "Oh, you know, there's a skim milk version of that." Yeah, I know.
No way. No
fucking
way.
Brutal. and then I went to the other school. It was super just none of that bullshit. And that they served me. I used to get a chocolate or a blueberry muffin every Friday morning, and no one said shit about it, James. They kept their fucking their high flying, hoity-toity opinions to themselves about whether or not I should be participating in the muffin or chocolate milk. Yeah,
it's only Wednesday, but this cunt says it's Friday. He said it's Friday. He says it's Friday every day of the week. This is the fourth Friday this week. In a row. Fucking chocky muffin every day.
Do you have a preferred muffin composition? Like, are you a chocky muffin guy?
I like a white choc caramel. Like, you know, like some people do like one of those. I think if I'm gonna go a muffin, I'll go something like that.
Yeah, okay. That sounds delicious.
Is this the show? Person. Have we? Did we back our way into the show? Okay.
Yeah, we accidentally to the advisory, which is this show, what that we're doing now.
Yeah, it's bad advice. Bad advice or something.
We do advice sometimes, mostly.
You know how everyone's cracking down on ads lately, and everywhere you go, you know, YouTube's doing the whole 3 strikes you're out, and then they just stop showing you videos. I was on a website today, and the pop-up, it felt very accusatory. And I just didn't like how it was worded at me and how abruptly it came up.
You didn't like the tone of voice with which it spoke to you.
I didn't fucking appreciate it, quite frankly. Yes, I'm trying to get the thing off your website for free. Now fuck off. It popped up and it said, "We need to talk about your ad blocker."
Okay.
Hey, James.
All right.
Guy, you're trying to read another article here, are you? Okay. We're gonna need to talk about that ad blocker now. Yeah.
Sorry, is this thing on? James, I'm sorry to interrupt you in your day, but and I was thinking it's for you. We're going to need to talk about your ad blocker. And I know it's uncomfortable, but I'm gonna need you to just stop where you are. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. We need to talk about your ad blocker.
It felt really like being stopped in the hallway by a teacher in school. You know what I mean? It had a very listen, mate, we're going to need to have a chat about your ad blocker. Yeah.
Yeah. Listen. Oh, I see what you say. Yeah, that kind of condescending. Like, hey, pal, look. I don't know how to tell you this, but the cafeteria is not going to sell you the full fat chocolate milk anymore, pal. Okay.
And you gotta stop. Hey, mate, you gotta stop telling them it's Chocky Bun Friday, okay? Because it's Tuesday morning, okay?
It makes them very uncomfortable. Tuckshop ladies have made formal complaints.
Yeah.
And it's making everyone around you uncomfortable. And frankly, it's making me uncomfortable having to bring it up to you now.
They thought there's no way this kid is still coming because it's impossible that he can't tell that we've spat in his milk. Like we pass it around. We know he's coming for the fucking full cream chocky milk, and we fucking hock Luke's in that bad boy, and then we sell it to him. David's special milk is what we call it.
You fucking said that as I was taking a drink, and the Jack and Coke went straight up my nose, James. So now I'm just sort of, my nose is a bit bubbly.
What are you doing? Are you pre-gaming over there?
I got a can of Jack Daniel. Ooh. I know how cameras work.
You got it.
We'll have to blur that in the edit because no free rides unless they want to sponsor us. Unless they want to sponsor us.
Oh, you're gonna take sponsorship from a poison company, a company that sells poison.
Yes, I will. Yeah, proudly too.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it just depends, you know, how much.
Yeah.
How much is it, you know?
I want money but I will sell out every value I have to Jack Daniels to make $1, James. Every value. I'll piss on my own furniture if that's what it takes for them to give me a fucking handout.
Oh, I'd love to see that ad. Hey guys, my name's David McNeil, local author and man about town. I love me some Jack Daniels. And then it just pans down onto the crutch. You're wearing a denim jean and it's just starts to get wet. You just piss yourself and that's it. And then we get the logo.
Well, what you've excised from that is the piss that's the Jack Daniels I drank earlier.
Yeah.
And so the tagline is Jack Daniels. Good in, even better out.
Dude, yes. Yes. I love that. You know I love a tagline. That's the best.
He loves a tagline. That's James's weak spot.
Dude.
You get a good tagline, he's like, I'm in. Let's piss on some clothing to get me some Jack Daniels sponsorship money, James. Let's do it.
I love the idea of that's the campaign is I love Jack Daniels so much that I want even more of it in me. And the only way to make room for it to come in is for me to make some room for it to go out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, and you would want to do a series of commercials. That's one of them. The other one is like we spoof Better Call Saul when they're going through the desert. And it's like, I don't have a thing of water. I just have a thing of Jack Daniels. But I love Jack Daniels so much that once I've finished the bottle, I pee into the bottle and drink it again because I want that good Jack Daniels again. You know?
This is, and this is a great like cultural angle that we can go. So we get Bear Grylls. We get him, slamming some fucking Jack and Coke and then piss in the Jack and Coke and then swig in the Jack and Coke.
We get Daniel
He's well
Craig
known for sipping his own piss.
He loves piss, that guy. We get Daniel Craig going into a bar and he says martini shaken not stirred, but it's got Jack Daniels in it, but it's Jack Daniels piss.
Yes, and he's like, even better. And we rebrand, we co-opt James Bond as our
Can we sell piss Daniels? Is that like, because I guess we can workshop the name, but I guess I'm imagining like, can we somehow market the recycled Jack Daniels piss? Potentially we do some limited edition celebrity endorso runs. So 100 bottles of Daniel Craig Jack Daniel piss that you could drink. Hugh Jackman's Hugh acting. I don't know. I love the entrepreneurial mindset that you bring to every facet of your life. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, James. Thank you.
Yes. No, thank you so much.
Thank you, James.
And thank you so much. I think that let's put it this way. I was on board with it being a Jack Daniels campaign, and in that campaign, we play on people pissing themselves. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I was on board for that.
Sensing a butt.
Because then I was feeling like you know, we take all of these famous cultural movie moments and we replace the drink or whatever it is with Jack Daniels.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
100%.
And then, so I loved that. I got swept up in that, you know? And then I got lost in it because I'm barely here, you know?
He's off somewhere else. He's a drugger.
And then you mentioned just making a new product, and that new product was piss.
Yeah.
Celebrity piss, I'll give you that.
Well, that was an embellishment.
But piss nonetheless.
James, sometimes when you're workshopping ideas, you shop too hard and the ideas don't work anymore.
Yeah.
So, and that's just the truth of it. Did I go somewhere for a second? I feel like I blipped.
You blinked out of existence. It was very Loki season 2. Don't ruin it for me. I'm only on episode 2.
I hear he keeps it high key, James.
You fucking
Ironic
piece
twist.
of shit. You know this is a spoiler-free zone. What's happened is you've drifted. You've gone out of sync with your microphone and you've been out of sync with your visuals for quite some time now.
Oh, that's
so
okay.
I thought if I just give it a little snapshot reboot on this end,
little reboot,
that you'd be fine. And it seems only to have exacerbated the problem.
Yeah, that's cool. I guess, you know, we're living in a technology hellscape of our own creation. And I guess just this week, not everything lines up with when I say it. Like now.
Sorry, you're trying to do it now. What? Okay, this is cruel. This is like coming up behind someone with tinnitus and playing a different tune in their other ear.
James, that's ridiculous. I don't know what you mean.
You sick son of a bitch. You sick son of a bitch.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What if I kicked you from the call and then we get you back in to try and fix this? Because I can imagine I'd hate to watch this. I'll tell you that much. This audio drift, that'd piss me right off.
Yeah, that'd piss me off too.
Okay, you're doing the mouth thing. You're doing the mouth thing, and I'm going to end it now, and then I'm going to restart it. This sick man.
They can still hear me though, because that's the magic of our new setup.
It's true. I forgot about that.
So
He's in the walls. He's in the walls.
The call is coming from inside the house. It's me, your conscience, calling you.
No,
to say what's up.
Sorry, but in When a Stranger Calls, it was actually someone calling from inside the house.
But it's me, your conscience, though. Ooh, what's spookier than morality? Ooh,
he's back. We did it. We did it. We did it, everyone.
Now, James, what did the ad blocker copy say beyond the first sentence?
Oh, it went on to, blank, name of the thing, relies on advertising to support our journalism. If you value our work, please disable your ad blocker. If you want to block ads but still support blank, consider subscribing.
Damn. I mean, if anything, you should subscribe to twitch.tv/Black Swan Society.
Very good.
Follow, subscribe.
Follow, but now
bell, follow, subscribe.
Like on this, but then subscribe on YouTube.
Yes. And also subscribe in your mind. Subscribe in your mind. Get notified in your head. Think about us in the shower. Next time you have a shower, think about us. Not in like a section, it's a shower thought. Oh, I should check out the next Black Swan thing that dropped.
What are you up to over there?
Yeah, that's it.
No, I meant specifically you. You've got.
Oh, you meant me?
Yeah, it was a weird energy there.
I've already covered that with the Jack Daniels piss thing. I feel like that's my energy today.
What if we help someone?
We should.
Let's do it.
Let's be selfless. Let's be, some would say, heroes. And do some advice.
In a world full of killing and blood spilling, the world will something. I don't remember the rest of the lyrics. Okay? I don't remember the rest of the lyrics.
Yeah. Okay, well, Bleach is already most of the way there. He says, I always think of David when I shower. So you're halfway there. Just then also think of James, and that's Black Swan.
I'm fine to stay out of it, to be honest.
And also sometimes Alex and Colin, if you want to think of them in the shower too, that's up to you. Any combination that makes you think of Black Swan, I'm fine with.
I'm gonna read the question now because I'd like to step away from this.
I don't know why.
I'm not sure why. I just want to say that I don't think that you should think about any of us in the shower, and nor will I engage in thinking about any of you in the shower. Okay, let's keep those realms separate. And obviously,
all right.
When the tweet longer comes out in 2.5 years from now about David and we have to fire him, this is the clip that we'll pull back to, and it has me distancing myself from it in real time. So just want to be on the right side of history on that one.
Yeah, well, that's certainly, I can't say anything these days, ladies and gentlemen.
And they're gonna snip that again, and now you're double fucked. You really got to stop digging your own holes, you know?
It's the only thing I'm good at, James.
David, I met my boyfriend David on Tinder 5 months ago, and it was a match made in heaven.
It tracks.
Okay, it's a dating David fact, I guess.
Well, if you keep going, you'll discover it tracks even more. So
he's compassionate, attractive, and a bombshell in bed.
All Davids are.
Recently at our physical, I learned something. David is recently at our physical? Why are y'all getting a physical together? Isn't that a little bit
weird?
Yeah.
Or is that a euphemism? Is that a sex thing? We did an hour-long physical. We measured everything.
Well, no. Yeah. Are we did at home? You know how guys' money's tight these days. You know, inflation, grocery prices, electricity prices.
Oh.
Sometimes you got to start doing your own medical procedures at home, and we do our physicals at home now, and we measure everything.
Everything. Does it get sexual? Yes.
Recently at our physical, I learned something. David is 5 feet 8 inches tall. On his Tinder profile, he lists himself as 6 feet. On our first date, I asked him if he's really 6 feet, and he got agitated and said yes. Yes. Yes, I'm 6 feet. Shut up.
Yes, I'm 6 feet exactly. Don't check.
I feel lied to and betrayed. Why is he so insecure about his height? He takes so much pride in being tall, always bragging to our friends and acquaintances, commenting on how he won't fit in that car, asking if I need help getting something off the top shelf.
Oh my God.
When the doctor read off his height, I thought I saw his eyes start to well up. Now he's attempting to stick his height into every conversation. I've been afraid to bring it up, but this is really bugging me. I see marriage in our future as we're both almost 40, but this needs to be settled first.
Okay. Damn. So he's a bit insecure about his pins and how tall he is with those pins on. Now,
he takes so much pride in being tall. He brags to his friends and acquaintances, commenting about how he won't fit into cars. And if people need help getting things off high shelves, that's crazy.
He's 5'8". That's like the average height of people.
Maybe he just gives off really tall energy. You know, he's got very sort of
tall guy vibes.
Yeah. He's like, guys, you don't even know what the weather's like up here. That kind of shit.
Yeah. I have to order XL because I'm so tall. Do you think my shoes, size 12, do you think is it
my hog?
Because
massive.
Some
people have even said ridiculous.
Some people have even said it's 6 feet. Now,
strange.
The thing that's strange about this is people can look at you and see that you're not tall, unless you go through life with the elaborate exercise of not being seen standing at your full height. So, you know, whenever you go out, you're always sitting down and you wait till someone turns around and you quickly run to the bathroom or the bar.
You think
and
this
then you're always
has been
leaning on stuff.
An elaborate ruse for many years. He's constantly pulling a Tom Cruise, where he's got to get the angles perfect. He's watched the behind the scenes on The Hobbit. He knows all about forced perspective.
He's got plenty of boxes that he's standing on whenever you can't see his feet. Like, this guy's a master.
So weird. There's never any room to put groceries in his trunk because he has all these milk crates of various sizes.
Strange.
It's so bizarre.
I don't get it. And it's weird. Some of them even have like feet taped to the, like shoes taped to the front.
And there's like
weird.
so many pairs of shoes in here. This is quite a bizarre discovery. Colin seems I'm 6 foot, but I feel like 6 foot is the average now. You know what I mean? Like all of my nephews are way taller than me. All of my nephews.
Really?
They're gigantic.
Because I always think of you as quite tall. Because I'm a short king.
I mean, it makes sense why two of my nephews are taller than me because their dad is like 7 feet tall.
Oh shit.
He got asked to be in semi-professional basketball just because he was at Woolworths one afternoon.
Oh my god.
He's that tall.
Okay.
They were just like, "You're professionally tall. Would you like to be professionally tall with ball? Basketball?
For money. And also other balls if you're interested.
Isn't that what Yao Ming did? He was just he was like got famous for being tall, and then they were like, "We'll fucking teach you how to play basketball, dude."
That's gotta be one of those moments where you're like, I don't know, like, should you feel good about that you just kind of like genetically won the lottery, and then they're like, yeah, here's a job. Like, would you? Because I would feel like you haven't earned it.
I did earn it, dude. Walking around on these pegs.
I did earn it. Drinking in this thin air all the way up here every day.
You imagine the ridicule you've got to go through in life? Because there's a tipping point, isn't there? If you're a guy, guys seem to be very sensitive about their height. I think that there's a certain height, whatever that is, 5'10", 5'11", whatever the universal thing is for like, that's what we deem acceptable. And then it goes from a range, because like everything under that, they're like, short king, not interested.
Yeah.
And then you have a band of, at some point, being tall stops being a benefit. And what measurement is that?
Narrow window, right?
Where does the social window close on height?
At what point is it kind of annoying that you have to duck under every doorway? Like, where's the threshold?
My brother-in-law ducks under every goddamn doorway.
That would be so annoying.
He's gigantic.
Just Gandalfing about. Yeah.
I made him a birthday card one year, and it was me hugging, I'd photoshopped it, just 2 legs. And it was like my favorite photo of me and Sam.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Yeah. So that's good. Look, I mean, I think we should probably try and help the person who's asking the question.
Well, Colin says to kick him out. Says he's a short bitch. Colin wants that to be known. Colin says that he's 6'1.5". Okay.
1.5? What are you, a fucking nerd? You know the fucking 0.5?
Half an inch. That 0.5 of an inch really matters to you there. You include that.
Yeah, I'm actually 32 in 3 months. So.
I'm actually not 6'1". Please don't lump me in with those fucking tiny losers. I'm actually 6'1.5".
Which
I'm the update. I'm the interim update.
In hexadecimal rounding, that would actually round up to a 2. So I'm actually 6'2". So
just want to say that. Didn't feel comfortable labeling myself as 6'2". Haven't quite hit that threshold yet, but also didn't feel comfortable calling myself 6'1" with those short, again, fucking losers, tiny fucking losers. Thank you.
Do you have to make being short sexy for him?
I think the issue is he's too good at getting away with it. He's 5'8", walking around telling people he's 6 foot.
It's such a people
he's
can
mastered
look at you.
Feeling comfortable with it. He's mastered selling it. I want to know what industry this guy works in, because apparently
what does he do?
He's the salesman of the century. Jordan Belfort 2.0 over here. Sell me my height. I'm actually 5'8". I give you 6 foot energy.
Okay, here's the thing. I guess where I was coming from is like, could we trick him into thinking that being short is sexy through an elaborate kind of series of emotional kind of traps across the period of time?
You mean you want to trick the wife, the girlfriend?
No, I want to trick the dude. So the dude who's pretending that he's tall. I want to trick him into thinking that the girlfriend thinks short people are sexy. so that he will drop the facade to try and keep the relationship going, because she's really into short dudes now.
I think, you know what? You're absolutely right. Because if more people start to find this out, and apparently he's so vehemently passionate about mentioning his height, you know, it's become a core function. It's a core part of his identity now. So she's like, look, because that makes sense. I was thinking, like, just make her think that shorter dudes are sexy, you know, skip the middleman instead of making him have to make her think or whatever the fuck.
Right, but she's asking for help, not him.
Exactly. And her help can be that she starts to think short dudes are sexy somehow. I don't know how we would do that, but.
Oh, what do you mean you don't know how we would do that? Simple, James. We would Photoshop some magazine covers, you know, some porn, but it's short dudes, you know? Short kings are us, you know, and it's some sexy short guys with their wieners out and such.
Excuse me.
Leave those around the apartment.
I was only talking for myself because you had one in the holster, ready to go.
Barrel, James.
How to make short dudes sexy? Let me get out my notes that I've been working on since I was 12. Step number 1.
Pro. I've had to because of dating. Pro. Number 1 pro. Can suck a titty standing up. That's good. That's ergonomically beneficial. You don't have to lean down or anything. You're already at the right height. Okay.
Oh, I'm uncomfortable with that visual and the whole method of delivery, quite frankly, if I'm honest. Sucking a titty standing up with no craning in the neck, no movement, nothing. That's a weird visual, dude, but continue.
Number 2, my shirts will fit you, for we are the same size. Torso-wise. I'm the same height as you torso-wise. My shirts will fit you. Number 3.
Okay.
I'd
say like a glove, because all girls want to feel small, right? And you could just, as long as you're even slightly bigger in any capacity than your girlfriend, then she'll fit into your clothing. I think you need to add like a glove, because you wanted to know you'll fit into these, but you'll fit into them perfectly.
People will think that it's your shirt.
Yeah. I just want that
you're wearing.
That key stipulation put in there.
Yeah, okay, no, that's good. I think the third one, I already said the thing about the porn mags. That's always good.
But go into that in detail a little bit. How would you
I prefer not to, sort of simply for self-incrimination purposes, James. I'd like to plead the fifth on that one.
Yeah.
And the other option is make sure that over a series of weeks and months, he hears you. He overhears you loudly having conversations with your girlfriends on the phone about how much you love short kings and how much you're into it and how inconvenient you find tall people to be. Like, because it's annoying. We can't drive to this place in this person's car because you don't have the leg room. Oh, the bed's too short for you. We had to buy a more expensive bed.
Yeah.
You know?
Mark and I, we're not going to be able to make it. He's simply too fucking huge. Yeah. I'm dating a giant. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Sorry.
Yeah, but
he's too tall to ride. First time in history.
Wow, first time for everything.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got a lot of angles of attack there, I feel.
David, out of the blue this summer, my parents offered to help me with my student loan payments. They've always been financially very comfortable with zero debt, and I'm not, so I immediately said yes. I can manage student loans myself on a budget, and I'm pretty close to paying them down, but it would be amazing to not worry about them and fully pay off my medical debt. I was really excited. Loan payments resumed this month, and when I called them to talk about it, they reneged and said they'd actually spent the money on my brother's upcoming wedding instead. Obviously, they don't owe me anything, and the money wasn't mine, but I still feel hurt. There's also a history of conflicts between me and my brother, so I feel like a teenager again. I'm trying to figure out how to gracefully let this go, but they don't break their word often, so it was a surprise but not a pattern. I'm upset though and don't know how to let go of how hopeful I was.
Now, usually we would suggest something like find a way to call the wedding off. You know what I mean? Disrupt the thing where the cash is going.
In
order to release the cash once again.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the second it turns up and it's released, you go, oh, that's crazy that Daryl cheated on his fiance, but
Yeah.
I mean, you guys must have all this money lying around now. Whatever could you do with it?
I bet that frees up probably a big chunk of capital. Maybe people got.
I hear you guys
money
are
burning
incredibly
holes in
liquid
it.
all of a sudden.
Yeah.
So maybe I don't know. I don't know what
And
you
did
could,
I
what
tell
you
you
could do
about
with it.
how illiquid I am? So
Mom, I'm fully solid right now. I'm bone dry solid.
bone
I ain't
dry.
got no
Bone
liquid.
dry is what you want. Yeah. Bone dry
Yeah.
solid. I don't know.
Isn't solid the opposite of liquid?
You're gonna have to get Colin in here to answer that. I don't know science stuff. Okay. I don't know geography stuff. I don't know science stuff. All right. I watched a TikTok the other week about Hank Green talking about grain fires and how you get enough oxygen around particles and it can start a fire and shit. And then him explaining to people that you blow food up to measure the calories in it. It's been a big week, okay, on the science front for me.
You've had a big science week.
I've had a really big science week. So I'm just not going to be the source for that. You know what I mean?
Is there something in fires and blowing stuff up though? Because they can't give your brother money for his upcoming wedding if your brother gets blown up.
Right.
No wedding.
I'd want to stay on the same vein, but instead of mutilating one's body with an explosive device, I think
Don't put words in my mouth.
we should mutilate the relationship. If we blow up their relationship, there is no smoke without fire. There is no wedding without a relationship.
It's true. Now, I think you have the perfect leverage, which is, I think the wedge between them is where the money has come from for the wedding. Because I think even if he's told her, oh yeah, my parents are kicking in, you can sort of worm tongue your way in there and just be whispering in his ear and go, that's crazy that you let mom and dad fucking kick in for this. Like, what are you, not a real man? You can't afford to fucking pay for your own shit. And you get her on the phone and you go, that's crazy. I heard that actually he's not paying for it all himself and that our parents didn't want to pay for it because they don't like you. Isn't that crazy? And then suddenly,
wow,
heads are butting. Okay.
Wow. I mean,
yeah.
If he don't get results, I mean, David is a results machine, but do I like or agree with his method? I absolutely do not.
I don't even like it myself. Okay. But I have to sacrifice myself on the altar of advice, James, to help these folks. And if I have to look bad in the process, so be it. That's how noble and selfless I am.
I love the visual of that. I love the idea of sacrificing ourselves on the altar of advice.
Yeah.
We get real goth up in here and we flip it from like a bright, bubbly advice podcast to like, sorry guys, we sold our souls to the devil. And what are you gonna exchange for that? Yeah, a lifetime full of riches and a bevy of babes and money and etc.
Lots of leather coats also.
But now we work for the devil forever. And this is our hell, and we're trapped in here and we have to do this.
Not dissimilar to the usual structure of the show.
Yeah, see, so there's a tether there, tying it back to Yeah, it's familiar enough, it's new enough, it's that Venn diagram crossover.
It's that nice, it's new Coke. It's the same, but it's different.
I love your idea.
Famously successful.
I love your idea about tanking their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
We don't love it. Sometimes, like David says, sometimes the advice you got to give. It's the right.
I always love it.
It's the right thing to do. Sometimes that's the hardest stuff to do.
Oh, James, it's very well said. Sometimes the right thing to do feels wrong.
David, my husband used to work for a major theme park. As a perk, he could get guests into the park for free. It was a bit of a family tradition that I would take the kids of the family for an outing while their parents got a little time for themselves. The rules were simple. They had to be potty trained and only family. I wasn't taking time off to take everyone on earth for a free vacation. Mm-hmm. At the end of my husband working there, my brother had been dating Sarah for a few months. Sarah was a single mom of 2 and I'd never met her or her kids at this point.
Okay.
My brother wanted to bring Sarah and the kids down for a visit with all the bells and whistles. So they're thinking, get down there, get a bloody free theme
VIP,
park vacation.
Fast lane, the whole shit match. Yeah.
I declined. I like the idea of,
Okay.
hey, I thought, Sarah and I were thinking about bringing the kids down and we thought we might stay with you. It'd be a great time to cut. No, thank you.
I decline.
A girlfriend of a few months didn't fit the family rule, and my husband and I were looking at relocating. My brother ended up marrying Sarah, and Sarah is the type never to forget a slight or let go of a grudge. She held on to this.
Fucked that one up, bud.
At every family gathering, if someone mentions the subject, Sarah has to get her digs in at me. I've tried to rise above it, but I finally snapped. She made a comment that we owed her kids a trip. And I told Sarah to stop being so cheap and pay for her own damn vacation. Sarah made a scene and they left early. I'm not sorry it was said. I am sorry Sarah's kids were present. She said worse in front. And then she immediately covers it with, she said worse in front of them.
Yeah, right.
The family is divided about the upcoming holidays. Our parents don't want another fight, but the rest of us are tired of Sarah and her entire entitlement. My brother is firmly under his wife's thumb, so there's no hope there. What should we do other than skip the holidays altogether?
Man, that's I mean, first of all, big L for you thinking that Sarah wasn't sticking around. Fuck that one up. Big time.
Egg on your face, silly goose.
Egg on your face. Now, could you demand a holiday from her?
A tip-for-tat holiday?
Yeah, she says, oh, well, you still owe me that holiday and for my kids and whatnot. You go, that's fine. I can do that, but then you owe me a holiday. You owe me and my wife a holiday. Full expenses paid. You know what I mean? Is that an angle? I can't tell.
I don't want this goddamn Sarah to get a goddamn dime out of me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You're right.
I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you shit. That's how you start. Let's open the family gathering with that. Throw something off a table. I don't owe you shit. And get right in her face. Scream that one.
Yeah.
And then sort of take a step back, gauge the room. How did everyone feel about that? Take in some faces.
Yeah.
And then if people have got a really light her up look, then, you go in again. But if people are feeling weird about it, you can back off. It's really a choose your own adventure sort of approach. But look, dude, you weren't family. Soz. You don't get the family bennies when you're not part of the family. You could really shape this to be however you want. You could get real Sopranos on this. Now you're part of the family. You get the family benefits.
You're not part of the family.
Yeah. And I don't like to hear you saying negative things about the family. You're supposed to be a member of the family. What would you do? What would you do if someone in your home was riding on your back? What would you do then? You know what I mean? Sort of think about that when you talk shit on the family.
No, this is good. And then you go, and if you want to stay in the family, there's certain procedures and protocols that you got to adhere to. What if word gets out that you're talking smack about your closest beloved? What's that? How are people going to think about me? What's that going to mean for me and my business? And what about your kids? Think about your kids. How do you think that's going to impact them?
I love that.
That's going to be real stressful for them.
Yeah. And use that family connection to really get the deepest, darkest secrets out of them. You know what I mean? So that you've got that leverage over them too. Should they, not want to follow the rules of the family? You want to be part of the family, don't you?
Yeah. Now, Sarah, why don't you tell me about primary school, huh? What was it like when your father left, huh?
Oh shit!
How did you feel?
He's done some digging of his own. Damn.
Yeah, I got eyes and ears everywhere. Don't be thinking that this out of the fit thing is a secret from me. We're family now.
Wow.
I take care of my family, and I need to know everything about them.
Yeah. That gave a real Sopranos meets Game of Thrones energy, and it got real terrifying for a second there.
That's cool. It's good to know that I have that range. And a lack of character consistency.
I'm gonna visually disconnect you, okay? Just so we can try and get you timed back in. We want
Okay.
that. We want that gorgeous. Gotta say it now because it started face to match the mouth.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
that's hurtful that you had to pause.
You would have liked it more. You would have respected it more if I'd have just.
If it went more natural, yeah.
Okay. My bad.
You
my
know,
bad,
James,
I guess.
I think at the very least, I deserve a bit of fucking respect. Okay, I take care of this goddamn family.
He's
all
in
right?
the character. He's
You
still in the character.
And you pausing like that makes me wonder if you like my face at all. And I see it every day, so that's going to be difficult
David,
for you
I'm so
if
sorry.
you don't like it.
I'm so sorry about that. I didn't mean to say anything bad about your face.
Sorry.
You know?
Are we sorry, everybody?
He's doing the
that's
character.
fantastic. Oh, I didn't realize apologies paid the bills. I thought that's what I did. Now kiss the ring.
Oh shit! Oh, dude, he's doing the character. Very good.
Yeah, thank you. Lost the accent in the middle. Got away from me a little bit.
Hey, it's fine. We got it. We knew where you were going.
Thank you.
We did it, dude.
Yeah. Hey, I think we did the advice. I think we did the show.
I don't know where this episode starts, though. That might be tougher. The toughest part about this might be finding the start.
Sometimes it sneaks up on you when you least expect it. And then suddenly you're in an episode of a podcast. You know what I mean? And there's nothing more natural than that, James.
Mm-hmm.
Looking up to realize you're in a podcast right now.
Can I just take the temperature of the room while I've got you here and we've got some people watching live? Over the past 53 minutes, how did I do? Did I could you tell? Could you tell that I was blitzed off my tree, or did I play it cool enough that you thought,
dude, you were so cool.
Everything's above board here?
James's to me, man, you seem so cool and chill.
And it felt coherent. And also to want to add on to that, and did it sound and feel coherent?
Dude, you were saying sentences together that made sense, like a person would who isn't high. And that's crazy.
Colin said, it's like you spent the whole day at the beach kind of vibe. See, now I might be reading a bit too much into that one because we're white dudes with Scottish blood, right?
So pale.
So we
can't.
If we hear the word sun, it actually burns the inside of our ears.
And the tips as well, obviously.
Hate getting a burnt tip. Yeah, me sitting around. Does he mean like someone sitting around at the beach all day kind of vibe? Or does he mean me roasted to all fuck? Just bright red tomato man, fucked, and probably tired because I'm barely clinging to consciousness because of like the heat damage that's been done to me. Does he mean like that? Or does he just mean like a regular person?
I think he just means you seem chilled out. You seem like you're in a good place. Maybe your hair's a little bit salty, like you haven't showered yet. You still got that nice, like, post-ocean kind of warmth to you. You're in just a relaxed headspace, and you're ready for a couple drinks. And
okay, good.
You're gonna put your feet up, you know?
Yeah. Hey, yeah, Colin said, personality-wise, shaka bra. So I get what he means.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense. Okay, well, great. Thank you. I'm so glad that I was able to hold it together so flawlessly for you all. And I'm glad that it sounded coherent, and because I'll tell you this, there were a lot of times where I was talking and I forgot about where we started and where it was going.
Yeah, that you couldn't even tell.
Thank you.
Check the tape, though.
You're not just saying that, are you? You're not just saying that? You mean it?
I wouldn't do that. Yeah, I wouldn't just say that.
Oh, guys, shut up. You're the best. We did it.
We did it. Go follow us on the socials. You know how it works. It's in the show notes. We're Black Swan Society everywhere. This has been The Advisory. You can find us live at twitch.tv/Black Swan Society every Thursday evening. This one was a little bit earlier, but usually it's at 6 p.m. AST. Check the Twitch schedule to see when we're streaming next. James, a regular guy who talks normally.
Yeah.
Take us out with your famous saying.
Ramalama Ding Dong, don't be a dickhead, is what I would like everyone to leave with. And I think I would really like it to be sort of the mantra of the week for all of you.
Okay.
Maybe I've got a few mantras for the week, because it could be eternally guided by the ring. I think that's important. People should adopt that more.
Yep. They should do that more.
Never succumb to the eternal darkness. I think that's another great one that people should sort of pen into their sort of gratitude journals in the morning. And then it's very much Ramalama Ding Dong, don't be a dickhead. But sort of it has to be layered in that way. It has to be layered in that way. Because you main focus want to be guided eternally. You want to be guided by the eternal ring. Everyone knows that.
For sure.
But I also wanted to say youtube.com/@BlackSwanSociety. Go subscribe, because we're going to be doing other videos, you dickhead.
I was doing hand gestures that you can't see, but they were big. It's important. Go do it. Do it. Ring the bell, whatever that does. People say that you should do that. So,
well, I know how people are going to be guided by what I said today. How do you sort of have like a guiding message for people for the rest of their week until next episode?
I would just say, like, stop being a coward and start ending relationships.
Oh, like a real one. Oh, okay.
No. Well, based on the advice that you've already forgotten, but that was a key piece of my advice, was ruin a marriage.
Yeah.
So I was just sort of repeating.
But you want people to go and do that sort of now in their lives.
Go out and get it done. No excuses.
All right. I feel like I went like a chaotic neutral, and you went the worst chaotic one you could go, where it's just actively damaging and hurting people. But both chaotic,
that's
I
my
guess.
Personality.
So take in what David said, and then to cap off his thing as well, Ramalama Ding Dong, don't be a dickhead.
We'll see you next time.